Welcome to the first game of the third set of the day. This is Topitos versus TodEs Alternativo, and we know absolutely nothing about the next game. Okay, capiche? It's on Arabia. Exactly. There. See all the sand? It's Arabia. You know nothing. All right. Alrighty, let me introduce the players here of these Category C teams that will be fighting against one another here. In the orange, we got Nicolas C95 playing as the Italians. Ooh, interesting. In the yellow, we got Franks for Rock Knuckles. No surprises there, obviously. Although I bet he wanted another French-speaking civilization, but he's not gonna get it because it's banned. In the red, we got Mikev playing as the Britons, and we know Mikev likes his archers, so I'm sure he's very happy with a Britons pick. In the blue on the other side for TodEs Alternativo, we got Angelita Socialista playing as the Ethiopians. Alrighty then, the Socialist Ethiopians. In the green, we got Milanesa 98 playing as the Berbers. Ooh, I like that. And then in the teal, we got Dolguino playing as the Mayans. Woof. Some very strong civ picks on this side as well, as you expect on Arabia, obviously, because that's where most teams usually sacrifice their stronger civs for that Arabia battle, because it's such a standard matchup. You really need a strong civ pick in order to compete. Although, I mean, if you think, right, you're going to lose the first match, you might also save your stronger civs for the other matches in the draft, but that is a risk after all, because it involves you losing, and then you have the reverse sweep, which, you know, I wouldn't bet my money on that. It's quite difficult to do. So yeah, that's why most teams, you know, they commit their strongest civilizations in the first game, you know, having their full striking power available to defeat the other team. Now, so do we have to talk about civilizations here? Not really. I mean, the only civilization that really stands out is orange. Which is hard to tell apart from red. You don't mind if I'm going to make you purple here. That's easier to see. As we had a bit of a lag here. Looks like they had a bit of a pause. That's fine. We don't have to worry about that. We don't see any of that, obviously. Now, oh, what was I going to say about Italians? Oh, yeah. So the only thing about Italians is that they don't really have a clear bonus for archers, really. Like, not like Britons and Mayans and Ethiopians, but what Italians have is cheaper aging upgrades, which means they can get to Imperial Aids and Castle Aids faster, theoretically, than their opponents, which allows you to go fast damp into Arbalest, which of course is a very strong strategy. So I'd still say that is a bonus, nonetheless. We have an elephant coming in. Everyone bringing in their elephants right now. Okay, let's see. Did Rock Knuckles lose a villager? And he did not. Okay, we're keeping an eye out, though. We're keeping an eye out. Alright, we're going to talk about resources now. No worries. We're not going to spy on anyone. We got a 4 berries for blue. We got gold in the back as well, which is kind of nice for blue here. And thank you for the follow there, Siba. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Horde. Alright. Oh no, I got 20-second TCL time and counting. Oh boy. Oh! Right, well, hang on. 30 seconds. Okay, well, I mean, Nicola got 37, so you're okay. And then Blue actually had 1 minute. Oof. That's kind of bad for Blue. Look at that, he's at 13 villagers right now. He's certainly behind everyone else. That's gonna be trouble ahead for Blue. We saw a game earlier today where one of the flanks had a lot of TC idle time and as a result was behind in the Vilcon, and it really, really hurt them because they just weren't able to get archers out in time. Honestly, if you feel this, right, as Blue didn't bring in the second elephant yet. Oh boy. Okay, I'm not actually sure what... Blue, oh, I had to force drop-off. I get it. He had to force drop-off to make villagers. There you go. Anyway, we'll check back in Blue in a second. Because what I'm going to predict here is Blue is not going to have archers out when Red comes forward with archers. That's probably what's going to happen here. Red has a forward gold, though, so he's going to be happy if he gets to be the one to put on the aggression instead of having to defend against it. Has berries in the back, though. For the rest, his left... the left part of his base is fairly open, but has a pretty sweet wood line in the middle, which is... It's pretty sweet. I like that. Of course, not if the archers go and sit behind it, or towers. But I don't think we're going to be seeing those from Blue, because again, they're probably going to be delayed here. Alright, for purple, we got a forward gold as well, and it is very open. Very open for purple, actually. So he's going to have to be careful. I see brought in a zebra, but I think the zebra wasn't listening, so the zebra has to be taken all the way out here. That's fine though. Purple did click up, so did red, so did yellow, and as you can see, look, blue's behind because he had TC idle time. He doesn't even have the food. Tell me he clicked up. No, blue! Oh my god, blue's very far behind right now. He doesn't have the food to click up. Oh boy, and he's health as well. Oh, blue. Ay. Bit of first game jitters, I see. Yeah, it happens, man. It happens. Don't worry about it. Like, I can imagine the first game probably very stressful as we have a little bit of an engagement between the scouts. An engagement blue is going to lose because he is down 1 hit. Yeah, so blue's going to have to run away. Green is here, though. Okay, work together. Red sees that, immediately pulls back his scout because you do not want to lose your scout here. Obviously. Green is about to hit feudal age as well, but now Green is going to run into the DC, eat some fire. Not a whole lot, though. There weren't a lot of villagers under the DC. As blue gets the... Well, got the goats for a second now. Which, of course, the Britain player does not want to give up those goats. Ooh. I think it would be worth it to just try to lame those. I think it would be worth it. Make villagers, says... is Rock Knuckles not making villagers again? Actually, Rock Knuckles is making vills right now. And it's, ooh, Red losing his scouts. So yeah, of course, the Burma player going to be very happy with that. They have some weak scouts around now, which can still pick off villagers if they work together and stop walling. But as you can see, Blue very far behind to the feudal age. So it's going to take a while before Blue comes up here. That's just what happens if you have 2 minutes of DC idle time. That's just the reality of it. Yeah, there's one villager. It's fine, man. It's fine. You're totally fine. I think it's okay for the pocket to be 1 vill behind. Honestly, it's all right and the reason why I say that is because you're less likely to be hit first. Therefore, you don't have to scramble up your defenses as fast as the flanks do. Like for flanks, it's very important to get the feudal age as fast as they can so they can get some archers out and defend themselves. You know. Although, again, it depends, right? Unless you're up against me, because I'm one of those pocket that likes to send, I'm one of those pocket players that likes to send their first scouts to my opponent's pocket, just for fun. Because they usually don't see it coming. It's increasing again. Oh boy, 1 minute of idle TC time. It's alright. It's alright. Now, of course, Mika still has his goats that he can quickly take, so you will have some food, but you will need to build some farms here in a second. So usually what happens, you make like 4 farms and you have the food to survive. As Green is sending his first scouts here, as we have the archer range that could be denied for, or at least delayed for a second. Some archers with no fletching that are trying to defend right now. 1 scout going down, a spearman here to defend is fine. Very nice. Getting an early spearman out just while you're walling and getting your walls up is very good. As Red actually dropping a tower on his goals. Ooh. I don't think I agree with that. I don't think I agree with that in this case. Because you know that Blue is up very late. He's not going to have an army. You do have archers. I don't think you need a tower in your gold yet, right? If you knew that Blue had a faster uptime than you, and you're getting pushed away from your gold, yeah, sure, then drop a tower. But I think Red didn't need to commit to a tower there just yet. I think that was okay. Really important to feudal first as a pocket, so you take the fight to them. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, obviously, fast feudal time is important regardless of what position you play. And the more scouts you can get out, the better it is. As you see, a bunch of scouts already out. They're Frank scouts as well. And Teal should be really careful here. Really careful, Teal. You do not want to get too far away from your base here, because you do not have the archers to kill all these scouts right now. 6 scouts on the field for Green, which are in the back here trying to pick off Purple's archers. Purple does have a scout here, so he could maybe fight a little bit as Teal tries to keep Yellow out of his wood line. Alright. Their pocket can double your base is safe. That's true. That's our strategy. Mika should defend at all cost. At all cost? Well, so I get what you mean. So the plan, what Rock Knuckles is saying here, what the plan is, they want to go to the left, right? So Purple and Yellow are going to be working together right now, which means that Yellow can't send his scouts to the right to defend Red right now. As, oh, Rock Knuckles finds his way into Green's base. The house walls fail. And, oh boy, some damage will be done here by these Frankish scouts. 1 villager may be down, few more hits. And 1 vill goes down. Very nice. And of course, Green actually very busy trying to kill Purple's army, but Purple is microing his heart out right now to try to kill these freaking scouts, gets most of the scouts, and Purple will stay alive. Double whammy right now. Green doesn't have the army at the moment to defend himself against these freaking scouts. Yeah, as the spearman just gets taken down. Very nice. And at the same time, now you can't help Teal, as Teal is committing into a tower as well to protect his gold somewhat. Does actually snipe 3 archers, so I guess it was worth it in the end. Very nice. Teal also has an archer army, so he's going to be okay. Yeah, but now you got scouts running around in your base, which is just peachy. Very peachy. As the scouts are going to try to break into the palisade wall. Of course, green will wall, hopefully, or repair this tile of palisade walls. Defend himself. Purple now finding that Teal actually has an army. Yeah, so he can't... This is a very nice hill for Teal to control. Yeah, so Teal will control that hill. Shoots the scout. Let's see what the micro is like, though. Italian archers versus Mayan archers. Of course, Mayans can make more archers. Looks much better for purple. See that? 3 archers down for Teal. Only 1 for purple. Definitely prefer that position. And the right side, we got Britons versus Ethiopians. Faster firing archers versus archers which will have more range in castellades. But not now. Not now. Not yet. Yeah, we have green still scrambling out some military to try to kick yellow out. Yellow will be okay with that. With all the idle time. As purple takes the fight uphill, but in the end just is simply outnumbered by Teal. And that's just why it's so difficult to fight Mayans. They will always have more archers on the field than you, because it's cheaper for them to make more. Yeah, so purple sending back his units right now. Unfortunately wasn't able to upgrade those. Is going to click up soon enough, as yellow is on the way to castellate much before green, because green got hit quite hard, and green wasn't able to go to gold because of all these scout rush shenanigans. Yeah, so green's castle time is going to be significantly delayed, which is good for yellow, because yellow will have knights before the Berber player can get camels in. We also have some skirmishers now from blue, not the best sign, because skirmishers do like literally nothing. Look, they tickle villagers. Those were archers, they could have killed that vill maybe. He does have some archers though, so it's not like he's only making skirms. It's going to make it difficult for red to engage here, obviously. But as soon as yellow comes forward with some knights, which he will be in a second. Yeah, those skirmishers will die quite quickly. Okay, red, this is your fight. Snipe the archers, very nice. And another archer goes down. No, just 1 archer. And these skirmishers do have pierce armor, which means it's very difficult for red to fight here. He's on a hill though. Has the hill. Nice snipe there, 1 for 1. Okay, as blue is now committed to fighting here. He thinks, I got skirms, I should be able to push this army up the hill. He's kind of right about that. These are upgraded skirms. But the thing is, if you look at blue's economy, he's not going to click up the castles anytime soon. And red is almost there. So all red needs to do is not lose this army right now. It's pretty important. Keep your numbers alive. As Teal is dropping a market right now. Probably wants to buy his way up to the next stage, because the economy was troublous. As purple actually sees that, and he says that as well to his teammates. Like, yo, it's a market. He's trying to buy his way up. It says a lot about your opponent. How his economy is doing. As Teal is hitting the wood line right now. Very nice. Causing some idle time. Also, the back of Purple's base is completely open. So Teal could run in if he wanted. And what are these farms? Oh, look at these pretty farms. So much space in between them. Looks very nice, you know? Like, this is how you know, like... I get it, right? Yeah, like you space out the farms. That way these farmers know which farm is which, right? Like they know that's my farm, your farm. This is the border region. Because if you put them right next together, then how do you know where the border is, right? Like, no, this plant right here is mine. Now that potato is mine. No, it's my potato. As Teal staying out here maybe a bit too long. As he's on his way to castellades, but he's going to lose all his archers to the knights, and now purple has free range in Teal's base, as Teal also has to deal with scouts in his freaking wood line. Ay, 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 ay. Oh man. Because we have blue, yeah, blue keeping his archer army back right now, is clicking up. It's important that he keeps his army alive, something that red wanted to do as well, as red is in the castellades in 20 seconds. And here you got crossbows already. It's not looking good for TodEs Alternativo on this side. The pressure that they were able to exert on Teal has certainly done its job. As Teal ironically still has more villagers, as more villagers than blue, despite the fact that blue wasn't hit all game. Shame on you for talking about my farms. Oh man. Well, I guess they're not as bad as T90's early farms, that's for sure. As we have purple running right in here. Not much that Teal can do to stop this. Teal is on the way to castellate, but doesn't have an army. Well, has a small army, but not enough to deal with both of this. And remember, yellow is on the way as well. And the green, because he was delayed, is sending his knights somewhere. Not over here where they're needed though, as Yellow is just gonna focus down these archers. So even if Teal had wanted to get the castle age, which he just does, we'll have nothing to upgrade. 4 archers in total. Yeah, he's getting crossbow right now, but to upgrade what? There's no archers. There's crossbows everywhere. And Teal's lucky at that tower. Ironically, that tower that didn't really cover his gold from the left is now covering his gold from the right. But not when there's knights in the play. Knights with +2, might I add. And, oh man, looks like Teal's kind of gonzo here. Okay, we got red versus blue. Okay, blue is the only hope right now for TodEs Alternativo, as blue has to wait a second, 30 seconds, before he gets the crossbow upgrade. And Manganel coming forward from Mikav as well, as blue wanted to go to stone. That's not going to happen, and red controls this beautiful hill in front of blue's base. As blue, he wants to get back into his base, but the gate is to the right. Yeah, and now Britons have more range than you, which, yeah, you can fire faster, but you can't range them. Hey! As, yeah, Teal is just kind of potato right now. Teal is just completely potatoed. As green finally sending his army over. It was all the way on the other side of the map. Took a while to get there. Let's see, yeah, red starting to besiege the archer ranges. Obviously, for yellow, you know, taking down green's army, that is actually your goal right now. And green, of course, wants to kill purple as much as he can. As yellow is like, you know what? Remember what I did in the feudal age? Remember that? Yeah, I'm gonna do that same thing again. Oh, the house wall though. No, it fails again. And the knights make it in, and it's gonna force green to send his military back to his own base, which means he can't help blue, he can't help purple, and purple is potato. He's making janitors right now. Wow, actually he can make cavalry. Wow, who'd have thought that? Because you got a Berber teammate. Yeah, okay, green is going to be fighting these knights in the town center. Yeah, you do not want to fight the knights under the DC, obviously. The Rock Knuckles knows that as well. That's why he's pulling back. Trying to get as many vills as he can, but he will lose most of his force here. As green does have more knights, but the thing is, both the flanks are under siege right now. Both the flanks are under siege. I bet you guys wish you had Saracens right now. This would go a lot faster, these freaking town centers. As the archer ranges from the Ethiopian player are going to go down. He's getting a university up for ballistics. He has to win this fight. If they can't kill Red's army, then it's GG. There's nothing you can do. They have to kill Red's army. But green is busy with yellow. He's very busy with yellow. He's not with red. He's not here helping blue right now. I didn't care about those guys. I got 4 stables. Yeah, you're just spamming cavalry right now at this point. You don't even need to boom, really. It's on 2 TCs in after all. As blue is garrisoning the TC with his archer army, but he just doesn't have the mass to hit this right now. And because green is still trying to kill all these knights in his own base, he's still not helping. I mean, Teal is pretty much dead right now. I mean, this is a guarantee. Like, Teal is pretty dead. He's potato. He's basically chopping wood just to repair this town center. He's just sitting there and looking at his teammates like, I don't know what to do, you guys. I can't do anything. As blue, losing all the crossbows. I think we're getting close to a GG moment here, honestly. Like, if both the flanks don't have an army to push, then it's fairly over in a game like this. As green is even losing most of his knights outside the walls. He's defending his own base with his knight army. He's finally gonna go out right now, but is it too late? Is the town bells being rung? Run my vills, run my pretties. Ay, 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 ay. Ram coming out as well. Manganel is here. Plenty of crossbows for red. As blue. Blue. I'm not sure what he wanted to do there, but he's gonna lose his vills. Pikeman going down as well. Yeah, siege perks up going off for purple. Purple taking a sweet old time here. He's just been sitting there potatoing Teal. As now the wood line is denied as well. Poor Teal. Can't you at least let him chop wood? He was just playing Sim City. As blue is, yeah, he's mad at that Manganel, sending in the vills to try to push it away, but red is right there with the crossbows. It would absolutely wreck these vills. Question is, what is green going to do? Green sending in the army right now. He thinks, I need to save Teal. He's splitting up his knight army as well, which is good for yellow, because yellow actually has the numbers now to fight this. See, that's 12 knights versus 14 knights plus crossbows in the mix. Yeah, this could actually be depending on how this fight goes, this could be really good. So we have the crossbows microing back into a choke point. Knight versus knight engagement right now, and now there's crossbows in the mix as well. Look at that. Yellow already with the more HP. Green, though, sending in his numbers. All his knights are here. His entire army, 18 knights with crossbows firing behind. as Yellow's knights are getting cleared up in the end because they are simply outmassed, as you can see. But Green is losing a lot of knights as well. And even if Purple loses an entire army here, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because there's nothing they can do about it anymore. Green down to 50 knights. He's only on 43 villages because he's only added one. He's not added a single town center. He's going to do that right now, but yeah, then you're not going to be able to make more knights if you do that. Oh man, Rebels ahead, and he didn't even clear up his army actually. As Teal is chopping straggler trees. Oh man, resign! It's GG's, you guys. It's 209 villages versus 77. It's 90, almost 100 military versus 20. This game is over. I mean, you know me. I don't like to call games before they're played. I really don't. I always like to let teams decide for themselves when they think that they're really beaten and that they can't do anything anymore. Nice little raid from Green, though. That's very sweet. I mean, cheeky stone miners taking the stone right next to the Mayan base. Oh, get the surround though, get the surround. Very nice. The Steel's trying to run away with his villagers, and the crossbows will go down here. Very nice. This is the kind of stuff that we need to be doing. As Imp is on the way for Purple and for Yellow. And that's the thing. Purple, Yellow, and Red have just been sitting behind their bases, peacefully booming away. Purple is losing a lot of crossbows here, actually. In the meantime, though, we got Red moving into Green space. Not something Green can defend against. His gold is about to get hit. I think, yeah, hit the gold first. There you go. And now there's no gold anymore for Green. No more knights, no more gold. Great play from Milanese. I only got 3. Yeah. He's got little idle TC time. You know, for one, he actually got to keep his economy running for most. He's trying to spam knights. You know, he's doing a good job at that. The problem is that his flanks are both just dead. They're both dead. Like this is what you call dead, right? Yeah, Green is now going to have to fight by himself. But yeah, Imperial Age coming in for Purple. Imperial is on the way for Yellow. Is on the way for Red. And once that comes in, GG should be called here. Is Green taking his final fight right now, but for the first time, Green actually outnumbered now by Yellow, and Yellow is going to clear this army. And at that point, yeah, it's GG. As Blue calls GG, he knows it's over, and so does everyone else. G to the G's. The first game goes to Topitos with strong Castle Age play. Yeah, I mean, it's in the feudal age there was still something to be said, you know, like it seemed, you know, even enough, right? But the Castle Age was certainly in the favor of the Topitos. Like there was not a moment where it really felt like they were under threat at their own base. You know, they could just like kind of slowly boom away, no problems whatsoever. Didn't really have to worry about raids themselves. Like Green was thinking about it. You know, he sent his first knights forward. The problem was that Teal died really hard to that aggression in the early Castle Age. And then Blue was still there, but Blue also, he was on his own with fewer crossbows and then Siege as well. Wasn't able to stem the tide of these Britain freaking crossbows. Yeah, he was only 1 TC for a really long time indeed. That's why he only has 51 villagers, you know, compared to 86. Yeah, he just had to. He had to spam. He had to spam knights, otherwise he was never going to be able to keep his teammates alive. And he kept them alive for a while, for sure. But yeah, once your opponent starts dropping TCs right next to your base, you kind of know it's over. Huh? You kind of know it's over. Yeah, troll Purple. Anyways, let's have a look at them statistics. 45 knights he got out in the end. With 50 villagers is pretty impressive, actually. Yep. Now, Blue and Green, if Blue and Green could have gotten a push going on the right side against Red, maybe, right? Maybe they come back into this game. Perhaps. But that just never happened, really. It never materialized. And at that point, it's kind of like neither side's winning, and you know what that means for a team game. That kind of means you're kind of dead. Yeah, the army count just higher on this side for Topitos, lower for TodEs Alternativo. Yeah, and you see also that economy. Yeah, the economy much better for the flanks because their TCs weren't potatoes, right? They didn't potato their economy. So yeah, especially Teal just was stuck in his TC time for most of this game. Like literally, his worker efficiency around minute 27 was 0. It was productive worker time 19 seconds. Yeah, you guys can see it, but I can't. It's just been below a minute for most of the game, and that's, yeah. You can't come back from that. You can't come back. All right, now, when you want to see your APM, 3, 2, 1, bam. Who was the fastest player? That was purple. Purple being the fastest player, then followed by yellow, and then we got blue. Alrighty then. There you have it. Alright. Are you ready for game 2? Right? I wonder what map that's going to be. No one knows, right? Yeah, this is a big surprise to everyone here, obviously. But we will go to the second game now, which will be the home map for TodEs Alternativo. Let's see if they can turn it back, right? If they can turn it back, maybe go for a reverse sweep. But it's going to be tough because Topitos looking strong. Okay, now I'm going to click the right replay. Don't worry about it. I got this. Not Kawasan, Socotra. Yeah, those are the rules. Those are the rules. That'd be funny, though. I'd like to see how well you guys would do in Socotra. I haven't seen that one yet, actually. Not Socotra. So, sign me up. Alright, second game. Ready? Let's go. Bam. Alrighty. Well, welcome to Kawasan. The map you have never seen before, ever in a million years. Especially not today, already, like 5 minutes ago. Certainly not so. So, let me introduce you to the players in the map. Because, again, it's all new for you guys. I have to do this. In the teal, we have Dolguinho playing as the Vietnamese. Very nice. In the green, we got Milanesa playing as the Magyars. He's going to like that. He's going to like being able to spam some Magyar Knights. That's for sure. Going to be dangerous. In the blue, we have Angelita Socialista playing as the Chinese, which are indeed socialist. That actually works out. Well, actually communist, I guess. Not really socialism anymore, is it? On the other side, on the purple, we have Nicholas playing as the Dravidians. Ah, yes. Well, let's see how that's going to work out for them then. In the yellow, we've got Hans for Rock Knuckles. Very nice. And then last but not least, we have Mikev playing as the Koreans on the left in the red. Alrighty. Well, there you have it. Those are the players that will be suffering for our entertainment here. This is kind of how it works, right? You know, they're sitting there, beads of sweat dripping off their foreheads, you know, their legs maybe shaking a bit from the nerves, while they play a very stressful 20-year-old game. In the meantime, we're just sitting here with our bag of chips and our drinks and looking at this, and we're just relaxing and looking at them struggle. I don't know. For some reason, watching people work is very relaxing for me. I don't know why that is. But there we have it. So we thank these players for their sacrifice, for our entertainment. We very much appreciate that. It's a lot of fun to watch. Now, this is Kawasan, which looks like Arabia with holes in it, right? It's not exactly the same. There is some fun stuff going on. So you start with pretty much an Arabia start, but fewer wood lines usually. They're pretty much bigger. That lumber from Mika, what? Let's have a look. Oh, you mean this lumber camp? Yeah, that is quite the lumber camp, isn't it? Yeah, I guess I would have preferred maybe this wood line. It's bigger after all, but yeah, maybe his second lumber camp will go on this one. It's all right. We forgive him. We forgive him. Now, as I was saying, right, the wood lines are a bit bigger, but there might be fewer of them. As you see, green doesn't have a whole lot of wood lines actually, which is that's kind of unfair for green, but he'll be okay with that. As you also noticed, obviously, there's these giant ponds with fish in the middle. And if you want to know how much fish, let's zoom out and see if I can click fish. 5,400 fish in total. Wait, is that all the fish? Okay, that wasn't all the fish. It's like half. So there's like 10k food in there. Which is certainly worth it, right? Certainly worth it. So what you will see is that every team has 2 safe ponds around the pocket, and then there is 2 ponds that they share with their opponent. So blue and purple could fight over this pond. So could teal and red. They could fight over this pond over here. So this is why you also, if you're going to be a flank, you should have a civilization that could also do well on water. Koreans are not particularly like, not that I don't really think of them as like a pond war civ. Vietnamese, kind of also not. I don't know. Like, I'm thinking Byzantines are really good at that. Japanese are good at that. Not Vikings, I already said that, obviously, because they don't get fire galley. And you're not going to make galleys in a pond like this. You're not going to be able to mass them. So, yeah. Where are the docks? Well, I'm not seeing any so far. So normally what you want to do is around... Oh, well, we got a dock. Hang on. We got docks. Look at that. We got some docks from yellow here and from red. Who needs dogs? Well, clearly you do. See, that's a dog. That's you, right there, fishing. Although it's a villager, that is female. Doesn't matter. Eh. Alrighty, flank should forward dog, pocket should double pond. Yeah, that is certainly a strat to go for. Although, what I did see what is this? What was his name again? Oh yeah, Noisig, right? Is one of the high-level players, right? What Noisig did, he was the flank, right? He first docked the pocket pond, right? That's where he fished. Then he docked the flank and just made military on water and completely wiped his opponent's fish off the map. And then he took this pond as well. So that is certainly a strategy to go for. This is category C. We don't play water because we don't know how. Exactly. Amen. Now, for those who don't know the build order for water here, so what you wouldn't do, 6 villagers on sheep, right? You get a boar. The next villager, that's number 8, goes out to the pond, you dock. You want to look for a place where there's also shore fish, so you can have that villager fish in the meantime. Then you send 2 more villagers to wood, and then the rest to food, and then you can click up. And then as you click up, you can build a mill on your berries, so you can actually build farms later. You make fisher ships. Well, like 4. Hey, well, 4 is good. 4 is good. That is. Ooh, what's this boiler though? Ay. Oh, that happens though. Yeah, 4 is a good number, I would say. I mean, for a pond like this, if you think it's safe, you can maybe go for 5. But it's a pretty small pond, especially if you share it with someone else. Then there's not really a reason to make that many fishing ships. As we have purple docking as well. Interestingly though, this is the home map for TodEs Alternativo. They're not docking, so they're not really playing Kawasan as it is usually meant to be played, because that extra food is right there, right? As you have also extra food in the middle here with the berries, but I don't see any Franks players on this map ever, so I don't think that's going to be a factor. Fishing ships. What? I'm not T90. I say fishing ships, you know, I can pronounce that correctly. Although that makes me hungry, though, every time he says fish and chips. It's funny, because his girlfriend also always thinks that that's what he's saying. Every time he says fishing ships, she thinks he's talking about British food, which is funny. Also, what are these walls? Box walls. Oh my god. Alright. So, we have ourselves a little box for Mikev, then. You know, what a lot of players do on this map, they will team wall, right? Wall here, here, here. Then your front of your base, you share it with yellow. Your wall there. Then over here. And I guess between the ponds over here as well. It's quite the wall, but it's certainly worth it. Maybe not so much this one, though. On this side, I wouldn't do that. I agree with the walling from purple here. This pond is too far away. There's too much space over here. I wouldn't team wall that. That's not going to be worth it. If there was a wood line, like, splitting this in 2, maybe, but nah. Unless you want to wall all the way up here. I guess you can do that at some point, but not right now. Alright. They got licensed. Is that a G with the palisades? Oh, you're talking about this this little thing. I guess it is a reverse G with if you count the gold as well. Very funny. Now, we should probably be looking what players are going to be doing. We have an archer range going up for red. What's Teal doing? Probably going to make an archer range as well. Here it comes. There you go. Perfect. Stables going up for the Magier player. Oh, hold on just a second. Green gonna go for some double stable play. Now, the question I have for Green then is, how are you gonna afford that? Because Green got 2 scouts right now, but he won't have the food to keep all of this producing. He's making farms right now, which really makes me wonder, why didn't we double dog? Green, like, dog. 4 fishing ships in each. You will have the food to spam from 2 stables here, my friend. But now he's doing it with farms only. I don't think he can afford that. Very sus. The socialist isn't dock working? Well, ain't that surprising no one? Well, you know, he's too busy going on a strike, obviously. Yeah, he's not. I think Chinese should probably also dock if you can afford it. Like, it definitely helps you with that early startup. Chinese players also gonna go for archers here. Obviously, it's gonna be scouts, double scouts as well from yellow. But guess what? Yellow has fish. Yellow's got all the food in the world. We can actually compare that. Let's look at the food for yellow. 491. Look at the food for green. 60. Green doesn't have the food to produce from 2 stables. Yellow might actually be able to do that. And yellow already has 7 scouts on the field, which are just kind of chilling out right now. Look at that. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Where's that? Hunger, death, disease, and... where's the other one? War. There you go. And I guess there's a 5th one nowadays. Misinformation. Yes, you're right, Talkman. It's war. I forgot for a second. Some people like to say that the fifth one is misinformation. It's look at it, yellow double walling the side, and he's like, "Hey, purple, you walled up your side, right?" Purple's like, I walled my side. Oh, do you mean my entire side or just part of it? And yellow's like, what do you mean part of it? As green is happily in here with scouts, and yellow is not going to expect that, is he? Yellow is also busy fighting blue over here. Did cause some idle time here. Is being pushed away by the spearman as green runs under the TC. One of those scouts is kind of weak though, so I don't think it's going to do too much. But I mean, the surprise is nice. As yellow is like, hey, how did they get in? As he kills that scout, very nice. Yeah, you can just focus that down. I don't think you're going to lose any villagers here. Yellow probably looking at purple right now. He's like, yo, weren't you supposed to wall that? And purple's like, but I did wall that. Look at these beautiful walls I got over here. See, they're all walled, except that. You guys really need to forward dock like ever flank in the game. Like that's, you know, I understand why people are hesitant to dock these spawns, because you know the opponent might dock those as well. As a villager actually getting sniped there by the Magyar scouts. Yeah, you can't ignore that. That was what I was thinking. Where the heck did they come from? Well, you can look at purple here. You can look at purple, because purple, he walled this. That's good for him, but green is still streaming in the scouts. Now, of course, green scouts aren't here, so now green is going to have to defend himself here. So spearman gets taken down. No, I guess not. Purple still didn't wall it. Yeah, one job, purple. One job. You know, ironically, red also didn't wall, so technically they could also have come from red side. As red is just making a spiral. Look at this. Now it's a G. What's up, G? Got a scout over here. We do have a dock from teal at this point, which I like. As we have purple now making it into green space with archers as well. Yeah. And that's going to be a problem, because neither flank has, from TodEs Alternativo, has archers here, as there's a hole in the wood line. Oh, disaster! Disaster! I mean, it was already bad once the archers get there, but now all the villagers are going to go down. They will not be able to escape, as green is committing to fight. But yeah, not much you can do about that. 5 villagers down. Ouch. And no fishing ship, so you're down to 31. Also, with the fish, yellow is in the castle age. As a tower attempt from green here, but the tower would never go up, ever. Yeah, so green is going to have to keep himself safe as much as possible. We have both teal and blue sending their army back, as yellow can actually kill all these skirmishers right here. Did you see that? Oh, nah, just passing. Okay, didn't see that. That's okay, though. Now he's coming forward, and they smell an opportunity, because, well, you know, it's completely open over here. It's completely open. There's nothing to protecting green right now, as blue is going to lose his archers if he's not careful. Blue, I wouldn't commit to a fight here, my friend. That's 3 versus 6. You're not going to win that. Did I say 6? I mean 10. I was looking at the kill counter. We have scouts being chased, more archers going forward. Aye. I'm just kind of trying to figure out what the strategy for TodEs Alternativo was in this map. Like, they're not even fully walled, right? They're not fully walled either. They just kind of went for these spirally walls that red did as well. I guess maybe green was thinking like full feudal. Well, he'll have to be full feudal at this point. Fun fact, purple didn't see blue. That's why he's on green's base. Oh, I see. Oh, wait, hang on. He didn't know where blue's base was? That's funny. Very funny, purple. Very funny. I mean, in the end, it is actually the right place to be right now, because blue and teal are both sending military to green's base right now and not trying to save, you know, they're not trying to push themselves. So this is still fine. This is still fine. We have blue on stone, actually. I bet he probably wants to get a castle at some point, or maybe some towers or walls or things like that. He's not going to be in castle age anytime soon, though. Again, no fish for blue. And that's just something we will all be looking back at that as the moment. If you don't fish on this map, you will fall behind, behind an opponent who is actually fishing. As, what is this TC? Wow, alrighty then. We have a TC rush then from purple, as he's just going to take the resources from blue. I guess he really didn't know where blue was, huh? There's an archer engagement now on the front. The thing is, blue can't actually stop that. That's the irony. He's making spearmen most of all. Green, in the meantime, is Well, he's getting there to Castle Age, but he's not as far as Teal. Teal actually got up to the Castle Age. Teal did, yeah, you see, Teal fished. Teal let the knights into his gold. Oh, no, Teal. I was just going to say it was looking okay for you, but no. Wait, we're not going to slaughter all the villagers? Oh, well, I guess Rock Knuckles had some mercy here. That's a mercy. I think it's also because Teal is sending his archers down, and Yellow probably wants to keep his knights around to maybe get a clear up on these. Doesn't have +2 though. I don't think you want to fight that. No, just passing. There you go. Let's run away. Lucky that he didn't have ballistics. As Purple is now potatoing green space. Now green has a lot more space than Teal had last game. That's probably why Teal walled so heavily this game. It was like, that is not going to happen to me again. As the town center did go up, now I wonder, can Blue see this? Blue cannot. So he will probably be very surprised once he notices that. Yeah, you thought you better help me, Cap. Yeah, that makes sense because Red, of course, wasn't in the Castle Age just yet. If he gets overwhelmed by Teal, that would still be a chance for TodEs Alternativo to get back into this game. Something you do not want to happen. As Purple is just sitting right under the tower here. He's still losing some crossbows, so he's going to abandon that right now. There's still ways to get around this, obviously. As Green does make it to the Castle Age, so I think it's time for Purple to maybe back up a little bit here. As Purple's actually bringing Bills forward right now, maybe for some siege. Who knows, right? Who knows? There's only who knows how many knights a Green can actually get out. Doesn't actually have that much gold, because there's only 4 villages on them. It's tough. It's tough. Alright, well, we got Teal making his way to Red's base right now. Could break through the gate fairly easily, or just walk right into this part of the map. Almost an overchop on this side, but yeah, obviously Teal's just going to break right through. But Red is going to be getting crossbow at some point, I hope. He didn't click the upgrade yet. Red? You just want to show how good you are with archers versus crossbows, huh? As Teal, Teal sniping some archers here as well. Not something Red can fight here. Red now going for the crossbow upgrade. Does already have... Oh! Red! Oh! Do you see that? He didn't have fletching! Oh! He probably just realized it was like, oh no, I didn't have fletching! Oh well. Well, we will ignore that, Red. Don't worry. We will ignore that. Let's see. TC in the middle and then a monastery. Oh, you mean like taking control of the middle here with the relics? Certainly a possibility. You see pro players do it all the time. TC for the berries and then a monastery next to it to get the relics, get all that extra gold income. Certainly worth the effort, actually. But Rock Knuckles says, nah, man, we're gonna let the monks walk. I never saw the blue until that moment. Wow, you still didn't see blue because you could. I mean, you had vision on him though. As Blue is going to have to run away now from these fast-firing Dravidian crossbows. Looking pretty good on this side then. But yeah, Blue, for the first time now, is going to get hit. And Blue probably not very happy about that. As he is only now going up to the Castle Age with absolutely no army whatsoever. And I bet everyone in chat wants to make the joke, see, this is why capitalism is better than socialism. Yeah, we hear you with your jokes, damn it. As Blue wants to get a castle up, see, he's been chopping stone all this time, wanted to get a Chinese castle up for some Chukunu maybe. That's not gonna go up though. No! Blue, don't do it. It's a town castle. Blue, don't do it. Don't do it. It's never gonna go up. Oh man. As we're going on, what's happening on the other side? Oh yeah, we got a 2v1 versus Teal. Teal, the top scorer of his team, trying to drop a panic TC on his stone. As the knights come in, is the TC even gonna go up? 92%, 91 will go up, but ouch, very close to being a down TC here. A lot of villages going down. 39 bills only for Teal. As that town center goes up, and it will just go down again. As we have. At the same time, though, we have Teal hitting Red, and Red is running with the villagers right now. He's also dropping a panic TC. Let's see if Teal notices that. He could maybe deny that, actually. But it's kind of messy at this point, as Red is down to 33 villages. But they are destroying... Well, they were destroying Teal. I guess they decided to back up right now. As Teal, goes up. Calculated. Castle, will it go up? Blue's committing to it though. The tower, it goes up! Wow, we actually got it up. Freaking boss. Oh my god. Capitalism wins again. Cap always wins. Yeah, well. It's a bad system, but it's probably the best we have for now. It's still a bad system though, trust me. We have villagers pushing away the mangonels. Also some nice split micros from purple. Dodging the shots from the two mangonels. I'm not seeing a whole lot of knights from green. Actually, I'm not seeing where those knights are at all. Where are they? Oh, they are in the stable. Ooh, they could pop out at any point here and kill this army. And they pop out to the wrong side. Ah, green. Why did you pop them out to the right? Now you have to run further. Okay, mangonel goes down. Very nice. Let's see. Only one armor upgrade on these knights. They could still maybe clear out these crossbows if you really focus them down. And don't get stuck fighting an armored elephant. Yeah, that's not... Still though, only 9 crossbows, so it's okay for now. Purple, maybe a bit of an overcommitment here. You know, going imp and making siege maybe at the same time. Bit too much there. Knights still go down though. He still has a bit of an army to upgrade. We have Chukunu coming out now from blue. Now, Blue really wanted to get that unique unit from the Chinese player. Which Jukunu are a great unit, by the way, but you need to get them masked as well. Which, if you can get a masked Jukunu, you can actually operate on your own because they can kill knights fairly easily. We have an armored elephant happily chipping away at the Green's buildings, or at least that's the plan. Stable has gone down by now. I think he'll be happy with that. As we have a bit of a lull in the fighting right now, just as I say that, a giant army appears. A giant Hunnic army appears at Green's base. As Green just was rebuilding that other stable, then the second one goes down already. And this is what Huns like to do, spam a lot of knights. No Imperial Age for yellow. All he needs to do is just make a crap ton of knights, as you can see. How many is that? That's 46 knights. And Green has got nothing against that. He was ready to defend against archers. Is sniping the villagers, which is very nice. But the problem is, that's so many knights. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Yeah, you're going to plunder the villas and pillage the town. Huh? That's right. Just hunt things, I guess. As the mangonels are going to get taken out, they will do nothing against the cavalry, obviously. And yeah, once you see this many knights at your base, what do? Well, you call the GG. That's what you do. There you go. Wow, the timing was on point here. As Green is like, I can't do anything, man. I can't do nothing. This game has been horrendous for me. We got both flanks still alive, have a castle up, but yeah, it's GG for them. They resign, and there you have it. TodEs Alternativo tapping out, and Topitos get their second win, and therefore win the set. G to the G's. Alrighty. That's my first time with the Dravidians. I wanted Rams, but those weren't Rams. Yep, nope, they weren't. I bet you were kind of thrown off by the fact that they cost food in gold instead of wood in gold, huh? 69 knights. Oh, wait, did he actually make 69 knights? Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, that's why they won. 69. It's just too nice a knight number. You can't lose. It's impossible. Alrighty. Nice game indeed. I agree. Yeah, it was good. I mean, definitely like... It's hard to say though. I think, honestly, if TodEs Alternativo, if they had gone to fish, right? Like, just take those pawns. Dare to go for that. Just go for the fish. I think their uptimes would have been a lot better. Green would actually have been able to spam scouts, which is what the plan was, but he wasn't able to afford it. I think it would have been a lot more dangerous, right? You know, and then fish traps even I can agree with, because it's kind of safe food production. Like, you see, Teal was in an okay spot in the end. Like, it was only bad because he was 2v1, right? But for the rest, he got a castle up, he has an army, it's alright. Because he fished. That means that more villages can be on gold, and wood can get more crossbows out. Yesterday we played against Topitos. I think the mistake were not to take the flank leg. Yeah, I think definitely worth fighting over in Kawasan. It's certainly worth fighting over. It's funny, you guys were playing just as I was playing too. I saw you guys in the Virgo Cup group chat. Yeah, there were a bunch of teams playing yesterday. Actually, it was funny. But yeah. Yeah, but in the end, Green was just potatoed, and he wasn't able to get military out. And then it's it's 69 knights versus none. So yeah, that of course is the danger. Let's have a look at them statistics, shall we? We got, yeah, great KD for Yellow. He was sending his knights all over the map, spamming knights everywhere. Didn't need to go to Imperial Ace. There was no reason to do that. Booming wasn't necessary because you had that lead already. And just not that much military on the field for TodEs Alternativo, except Teal. He actually made the most military out of everyone. So I would just say that, Teal. Or not Teal, I mean TodEs Alternativo. I think really the thing that they needed to do here is dock. They needed to dock. On a map like Kawasan, you will fall behind. You will fall behind if you do not dock. And your opponent does. You got infinite buildings, huh? Well, infinite building destruction ratio, I'd say. Very infinite. You guys playing tomorrow huh? Well, good luck with that already in advance. I mean, I won't be able to cast it live, obviously, because I will be casting replays, because that's what I do. But I definitely wish you luck, and perhaps, I might get my hands on your replay. We'll see. Great economy here for the Hunt player, nonetheless, despite not booming as much. But, of course, his opponent's pocket, again, was kind of potatoed, so he couldn't really do much. And then we got the nice Vilcon as well. Again, I say little boom, but still, good Vilcon as well. Want to see APM, who's the fastest player today? Purple again, taking the cake there at 56 average APM. Standing head and shoulders above the other people. Yeah, and then we got Teal. Yeah, it looks like Teal was also a quite fast player, which is good. Alrighty then. Well, I would say congratulations to Topitos for winning their game, right? And of course, good luck next for TodEs Alternativo. G to the G!